Okay, guys, so checking out the picture here, I want to show you a couple things, what to do to have this colorized. It's going to be a pretty cool little tutorial. I think you'll like it. So first thing I'm going to do is duplicate the layer, obviously. Turn off this one. Call this one original. And then I'm really just going to do a series of hue saturation layers. That's really all it is. There we go. Now you can see a little bit more of what I'm doing. So that should help you out. There we go. So I got my adjustments panel over here, and I'm going to see what mode we're in right now. I'm going to change this to RGB for now, because right now it's grayscale, but I need it to be RGB so I can add a hue saturation layer. Now what I want to do is colorize it, and now I'm going to pick just certain items off of here that that I want to colorize. I'm just going to ignore all of this stuff, and I'm just going to focus on, say, Mr. Grauer's dad here. I'm going to focus on the shirt. That's all I'm going to focus on. And I'm going to make his shirt yellow. So I'm going to move this until it gets to like a yellowish shade. I'm going to increase the saturation a little bit. There you go. And then I'm going to fill with black. So this whole thing becomes black. And while I'm at it, I'm going to call this Grauer shirt. Every element in here is going to, that you're coloring, is going to have its own hue saturation layer. That's why it takes a while to do this. So I'll zoom in on a shirt. And get my paintbrush. Go black. Click on the mask, and I'm going to start painting. Whoops! I'm going to start painting it on. And whatever I paint on here becomes that color. I can make this a little bit smaller. Up his shirt pretty well. Maybe it's not entirely good. I might want to check on it. So a way to check on this very simply is to command click on the layer mask thumbnail, and it shows me if I've missed some spots. So here I actually accidentally went on the belt, missed some spots up here and here. So command D, and I'll go back and hit those spots that I missed. And then come down here and fix the spots that I don't want. Try it again. Command D. Oh, still missing a couple spots right in here. There we go. Alright, that looks pretty good. A couple little minor spots right up here. Now you can see that his shirt is yellow. Now, depending on how picky you want to get, I move that up. Oh, and this is also a keyboard shortcut. If you hit Command left bracket, whatever layer you're on, it moves it down. Command right bracket moves that layer up. So just a little fun thing if you want to play around with stuff. Now, these black lines, you may want to keep them black. You may choose to. So you can go back in with this layer and kind of take out the stripes. But you know what? There's a hell of a lot of stripes. So that may not be the easiest thing on the planet to do. So I'm okay if you just leave them on there. Depends on how much detail you want to give them. So I have Grauer shirt done. I'm going to go back now and add another hue saturation because I'm ready to work on a different piece. So I'm going to work on his belt real quick. So I'll go to hue saturation layer again, call this belt, because this guy, the coach, doesn't have a belt. And again, I'm going to colorize, and I'll make this kind of a brown layer. I want to really saturate it. That's too red for me. It's kind of a brownish color. And then I'm going to fill this with black to take it all out. Oops, there we go. I have to click on the mask. Alright, and now with the white brush, I'll go in and colorize the belt. And if I don't like the way this looks, I can always click on the hue saturation piece of it and change it up. Make it a little bit more red, maybe. Why not? Make it red. And then I got a little sloppy, some of it got on his hand here. So with my black, I'll take some of that out, like that. So now you're just going to go through and do this piece by piece by piece. It's really up to you and what you want different things to become. This guy's pants. Let's say you want to make him red, you know, just for giggles. So okay, go back, make a new hue saturation layer, and colorize. And those are kind of red. Maybe something brighter, like this green color. I'm kind of digging the green. Avocado green. That was a very 70s color. And it's the same thing. You really just kind of rinse and repeat. Do the same thing each time. Fill that with black. I'm going to call this Coach Pants. And make sure you have the mask selected. If you don't, it'll give you a no-no sign. Have the mask selected and flip it around so white's on top, and just start coloring his pants. So that color's always there. All you're doing with the mask is letting it show through the mask. You're like making a hole in the mask. So the neat thing about colorizing with hue saturation layers is that it keeps tones intact as well. That guy's got some green pants. So there are a couple things you can do to try to crisp things up a little bit if you want. You can come in and use some of these selection tools, but they're not totally exact. They're not great. So you may want to end up using the pen tool to draw a path. Like that. Hold down Option so you can wing it over this way. And then I can just follow his pant leg very precisely. So you might want to play with this. Hold down Option, bring the handle over this way. Get around his butt. Around his butt. Around his butt. There we go. Up here this is all in black, so you can be a little slightly messy. But I'm going to be precise around his knees. See, so this isn't taking me very long to do. By clicking on my starting anchor point, it completes the path. And then all I have to do is go to my paths and make it a selection. And now when I paint, I'm forced into staying within those constraints. And now I can be very messy and just kind of paint, 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 paint. And if I make a mistake and go, whoa, whoops daisy, it's very easy just to scribble paint. I don't have to worry about how close am I getting. Now some spots, like right here, I went outside the green. So by inverting my selection, I can take my black and take care of that and clean that up a little bit. And the result is a very crisp, clear line. There you go. So this is what you're doing today. You're going to work on this. I don't care what colors you choose. I chose green pants. It doesn't have to be green. I can go back to this and decide, you know what? I don't want them green. I want them to be blue. Okay, they're blue. Sure, why not? Doesn't matter. Totally does not matter. But every item in here that's a different color gets its own layer. Are you going to have a lot of layers? Yep, you are. You're going to have a lot of layers. But I trust you. I think you'll do awesome. Have some fun with this. Oh, and Mr. Garber does not know about this. It's a surprise. So keep it quiet, please. Thank you. I'm going to do one more just for giggles. Here, I'm going to do Grauer's dad's hair. Let's see. Colorize it. And let's go with kind of a sandy brown color. Maybe desaturate it some. That's good. Go to that, go to that, go to that, go to that, go to that. Start painting it on. That matches his shirt too much. Not a fan. So I'm going to be changing that. Make him a redhead. There he's kind of brown, and I can lighten it with the saturation tool. There we go. Brown hair. That's what I wanted. Alright, so have some fun with this, guys.